Your failure to appear on a repeated basis is a constant kick in the ding-ding to us, and I'm not going to take it. Mr. Maple, you're charged with 2 cases. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're going to dismiss the unlawful carrying of a weapon in exchange for your plea on the DWI. You need to understand that this DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. It's important because if you ever get pulled over, an officer's going to look at your record. They're going to see a DWI. What do you think they're going to do to you if they smell alcohol or dope? Right. What we're doing today, from now on, you are facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. No more slaps on the wrist. Do you understand? So if I were you, I would never get in a car, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, a toke off a joint, whatever it may be, because you're taking a humongous risk. For $20, you click one button, you can have a car taking you perhaps $30. Anywhere you want to go, it's a geographical oddity why it's always $25 to $30 with Uber. You understand? Giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, there's no turning back. It's a lifetime decision. Is this what you want to do? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes, sir.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to the 3 days in jail, give you credit for the 1. There is a surcharge that you will be required to pay for this case.
I want to put on some testimony concerning the surcharge.
Okay.
In today's episode of CourtCast, we delve into the complexities of the criminal justice system, exploring real courtroom cases that illustrate how courts handle repeated offenses, driving while intoxicated DWI, bond violations, and other criminal charges, showing viewers the full consequences of ignoring the law and the importance of accountability. Starting with the case of Mr. Maple, who was charged with both DWI and unlawful carrying of a weapon, highlighting how courts often negotiate plea agreements where a more serious or permanent record is created even when lesser charges are dismissed, emphasizing that pleading guilty to DWI not only results in jail time, but also places a permanent mark on an individual's record, affecting interactions with law enforcement for the rest of their life. And in Mr. Maple's case, the court made it clear that failing to appear multiple times in previous hearings significantly influences a judge's decision, leading to stricter penalties such as mandatory jail time, financial fines, and monitoring devices like ankle monitors, while also giving viewers insight into the process of the court requiring defendants to understand the severity of their decisions and the lifelong.
Mr. Maple, where are you currently employed?
With my uncle. Working with him.
What do you do?
Look at houses, remodel them, and fix up houses.
How much do you generally make a month?
1,500.
Okay. Yeah, but I take it you have to pay for somewhere to live, correct?
Yeah.
You have to pay for a vehicle, insurance, cell phone, food.
Yes.
When your monthly bills and expenses are paid, does it pretty much equal what you make, the $1,500 you make each month? Can you speak up?
Yes.
And would you be unable to pay a $3,000 surcharge based on your financial situation?
No.
Pass witness.
Consequences that follow from their actions, as the court warned Mr. Maple that even a single sip of alcohol or a minor infraction could result in a substantial financial penalty or additional jail time, teaching a crucial lesson on the responsibility that comes with driving under the influence and ignoring the court's directives. Similarly, in the case of Miss Lynch, charged with failure to comply with bond conditions, the court emphasized that repeated failures to follow court orders, such as missing scheduled appearances, not cooperating with assigned attorneys, or ignoring conditions imposed by the judge, result in stronger enforcement measures, including monitoring, increased bond amounts, and potential jail time, showcasing how judges strive to balance fairness with public safety, demonstrating that leniency is only granted when there is clear effort by the defendant to comply. while the justice system cannot allow repeated violations to continue unchecked because it undermines the integrity of the legal process. And in theft and marijuana possession cases, multiple defendants were reminded that bond conditions are not optional and that failure to follow them results in immediate repercussions, including revocation.
Why on earth would we bend over backwards to help you when you don't give a rat's behind about this case? You have taken off 4 different times. You have failed to appear in this court for court settings. Why on earth have you taken off 4 times? What? So you just don't care about us and work is more important than court, huh? Actions speak louder than words, Mr. Maple, but you have taken off 4 different times. You are lucky that you are not in jail right now as it is. So why on earth would we help you when you don't even want to help yourself?
Of bonds, jail time, and fines, highlighting how the court systematically ensures accountability and communicates to both defendants and the public that the law is enforced consistently. In addition to these examples, viewers should understand that DWI is a particularly serious offense because it endangers not only the driver but the community. And even first-time offenses can carry lifelong consequences such as license suspension, court fines, probation, and permanent criminal records, while repeat offenders face exponentially harsher consequences, which the court makes very clear through warnings, structured sentences, and monitoring conditions. Furthermore, defendants are reminded of their rights, including the right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and the right to a trial. But by pleading guilty, they waive these rights, which is a critical decision that should never be taken lightly.
Why?
Just trying to better myself. I should have listened to my gut and come here.
How much do you really make a month, Mr. Maple?
1,500 a month.
Who do you live with?
My dad.
Who are you here with now?
Just the lawyer.
I don't know. You know, it's
Young kid, nope. Not a troublemaker. Just
here's my problem, Mr. Maple. My problem is that you've taken off on us over and over and over and over. Today, you're walking out of here and nothing is happening to you. My experience is that when we are too easy on people, they don't get the message and they act like a bonehead out there in the free world, and then they end up either picking up a new DWI or doing something else that's even worse. How do I know that you've learned anything about this? Because like I said, with how bad you've acted with us over the course of the last 7 months, you're skating out of here with a proverbial slap on the wrist. How do I know that you have learned anything, Mr. Maple?
Court ensures that defendants understand that a guilty plea affects future opportunities, legal recourse, and sometimes immigration status, if applicable. And in addition to legal consequences, courts often educate defendants about responsible behavior and the importance of avoiding future infractions, with judges explaining that repeated violations or non-compliance with orders can result in escalating fines, longer jail time, or other severe measures, while also pointing out that public safety is always the priority and that courtroom leniency is carefully balanced against potential risks to the community. Throughout these cases, it becomes evident that accountability, compliance, and awareness of legal rights are fundamental to navigating the justice system, as courts aim to correct behavior, ensure justice for victims, and maintain societal order, and each case serves as a lesson for viewers about how the legal process works in practice. Demonstrate
Because I got my baby brother looking over me, and I gotta do better.
Here's what we're gonna do. I will take off the $3,000 surcharge, but you will be required to pay the court costs in this case, for which are around $500. And I'm gonna tell you now, if you don't pay it, every $100 you owe, you will sit in jail for 1 day. So you'll be required to pay for something. And if you don't pay it, your butt will sit in jail for almost a week. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to tell you now, the next time you come back, if you come back with the DWI, it's around $6,000 in surcharges, not to mention court costs. So you can look forward to around $7,000 in fines and fees. If you want to drink, if you want to get loaded, if you want to smoke, find another way. Do you understand? Because if you come back, it will be HE double hockey sticks to pay. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That ignoring court dates, failing to comply with bond conditions, or underestimating the consequences of criminal charges can have far-reaching effects, including lifelong records, financial burdens, mandatory jail sentences, and additional monitoring requirements, while also showing that the courts provide avenues for defendants to rehabilitate and correct their behavior through plea agreements, compliance programs, and structured legal procedures, all of which are designed to protect both the individual and the public. And through real-life examples, including Mr. Maple, Miss Lynch, and multiple defendants charged with theft and possession, viewers can clearly see the intersection of legal responsibility, public safety, and personal accountability, emphasizing the importance of respecting court procedures.
I'm suspending your license for 180 days. You are not allowed to drive at all. If you drive, that in and of itself is a Class B misdemeanor, just like a DWI, a driving on a suspended license case. Heed this warning. There won't be another one. Do you understand? All right?
Understanding one's legal obligations and recognizing that every decision made in the courtroom can have immediate and lasting effects, from financial consequences to restrictions on personal freedom. And these cases collectively teach that the justice system operates with fairness, but also with firm expectations that defendants comply with all court orders, participate honestly in legal proceedings, and acknowledge the potential outcomes of their actions, highlighting that courts are not merely punitive, but educational, aiming to prevent future offenses, ensure compliance with laws, and maintain a balance between punishment and rehabilitation. And as we analyze each case, it becomes clear that defendants who attempt to skirt the law or ignore court orders repeatedly are met with increasingly stringent enforcement, including higher fines, longer probation periods, monitoring devices.
Your Honor, any previous suspension from this incident, would it run concurrent?
Really? Really? No. No. There has to be some kind of consequence, man. Really? Taking off 4 times? I'm taking off 3,000 now, and he wants me to... I love you. Go.
Mandatory counseling or educational programs, and in some cases, incarceration, while judges consistently remind defendants that even seemingly minor infractions, such as driving while slightly intoxicated or failing to follow bond conditions, are taken seriously and documented permanently. And the overarching message for viewers is that the criminal justice system functions both to protect the public and to ensure that individuals understand the weight of their actions, that compliance with court orders, respect for legal processes, and proactive engagement with legal obligations can prevent harsher consequences, and that understanding the interplay between plea agreements, legal rights, and potential penalties is essential for anyone facing criminal charges. And by examining these courtroom examples in detail, CourtCast.
It's a
really old case.
yes.
I've told him it's time to put this baby to bed.
Yes.
Is there an offer in this case?
No.
How come after 1,258 days there is no offer?
Hoping we can get a gun safety class.
Demonstrates how defendants navigate the complexities of criminal law, how judges enforce accountability, and how repeated infractions escalate in seriousness, serving as both cautionary tales and educational insights for viewers who want to understand real-world applications of law, public safety priorities, and the consequences of criminal behavior.
Yes.
It appears that was
Come up,
probably,
Mr. Adams.
the delay is probably due to the missing dash cam that's still outstanding that we do not have.
I don't care.
Yes, Judge.
Get on it now.
Yes, Judge. Well,
Why on earth would we allow you to?
ultimately showing that the legal system operates with structure, fairness, and consequences, where compliance, responsibility, and awareness are the keys to navigating the justice system successfully.
To do this class where you get to dismiss this case when it's 1,258 days that you've repeatedly taken off? It's a rhetorical question. You don't have to answer it. But I'm telling you now, I'm giving you 2 weeks to decide what to do.
And that the courtroom is not just a place for punishment, but a forum where behavior is corrected, rights are explained, and offenders are given clear paths to redemption, while society is protected in each case, from DWI to theft to bond violations.
For this case, the next time you come here, you will either accept a plea bargain agreement or I'm setting your case for trial. Do you understand? Not only that, I'm putting an ankle monitor on your ankle now so I know where you are at all times. Do you understand, Mr. Adams? And the next time you take off, I'm going to make your bond so high you're going to have teeth falling out. Do you understand?
Judge,
Reinforces the principle that actions have consequences, that accountability matters, and that understanding and respecting the law is not optional but essential, which is the central lesson that CourtCast brings to its viewers, ensuring that everyone watching is not only informed about the legal system, but also equipped with the knowledge to avoid similar pitfalls.
if I may, my client, shortly after this arrest, he lost his mother, and I believe it's the mother of one of his children.
No, my sister.
He fell on hard times. He was already, not well employed, and he's been through some rough times in his life in the past few years. He recently got a job working at a Chinese restaurant, and he has 3 children.
Make better decisions, and comprehend the lifelong implications of criminal charges, all of which are exemplified through real courtroom dialogue, judicial instructions, and defendant responses, providing a complete
that he helps take care of. I'm not exactly sure when his last failure to appear was. It might have only been one, but he hasn't been in trouble since this.
Educational and engaging narrative that prepares our audience to understand the seriousness of criminal law, the process of plea agreements, the importance of complying with court orders, the impact of repeated offenses, and the lifelong consequences of legal decisions.
Arrest, I think in 2021, right? So I asked the court to withhold from, giving him an ankle monitor. The state's also missing evidence here. If we can come back and
Last time.
Reinforcing the fact that the justice system is both firm and fair, protective and corrective, and ultimately designed to ensure that law-abiding behavior is incentivized, repeat offenses are discouraged, and public safety is maintained. Which concludes our comprehensive exploration of real criminal court cases, their charges, courtroom procedures, defendant rights, and judicial enforcement, providing CourtCast viewers with an in-depth understanding of crime, law, and justice. In practice, showing that from DWI to theft to bond violations, accountability is the foundation of the legal system, and that informed decisions in court can mean the difference between temporary setbacks and permanent consequences, reinforcing that knowledge, compliance, and respect for the law are crucial for navigating life within the justice system.